Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
Moore, the man in motion. They run again on first down. Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Bears at 11-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And they can't bring him down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Back to Walker on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. You look at this Bears defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 39 yards. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. A give running right is Chubb. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's good for the Chicago Bears.
Chubb. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 70. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, 26 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now Williams. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Chubb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Williams. That is caught at the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You can do one of two things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Throwing is Williams. Rolling to his left. The pass caught by his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. It's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 3. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
This 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 4. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Going right back to Fant. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And again, it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They go up the middle with Chubb. A beautiful fake. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On play action, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air, Williams. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw, Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Williams. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. 2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Valdez-Scantling in motion right. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
In motion, the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 28 yards. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From the gun, here's Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. To throw, it's Williams. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
At the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And Brandy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Williams. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On 4th down, here's Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fan. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And complete to Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. They'll come up now on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked by Julian Love.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Seahawks, they improve their mark to 12-4 with one.